What on earth is happening to me now? Last Sunday, on the 11th of May, I started to feel quite unwell, almost like I had the flu. But it was also that time of the month for me, so I thought nothing much of it. Since then, I haven't been sleeping well at night, and as a result, sleeping so much during the day. My body feels really heavy and aches, which I thought had to do with moving furniture around in my house. We've also had a lot of visitors in our home over the past month, so I wondered whether I was exhausted from this too. Each time I've sat down to write, there's been very little inspiration to do so, or I've started to write something only to discard it. I've been on my own during the days this week, which I absolutely love, feeling the need to mostly rest. I've been rethreading my 10-year-old chakra beads, which has taken me ages, and listening to chakra guided meditations, thinking that's what my energy required. And I've been feeling stuck, somewhat lost, but mostly surreal in my life at the moment. It's almost like I'm standing outside of myself and watching what's going on and not achieving much at all over the past week. But on the other hand, synchronicities and manifestations have been much more noticeable to me lately. So this tells me my mind is in alignment with my soul. Let me explain. On Sunday, I put my weekly tarot card back into the Law of Attraction 60 card deck and shuffled the cards for guidance, only to find the exact same card flew out once again. That's weird. And when I shuffled again today, that card poked its head out twice. But another one eventually fell out, which I find extremely funny due to the title of my writing. The card starts with "Welcome to Planet Earth." And on the back it states, "There is nothing I cannot be, do, or have." Perfect. Okay, so here's another synchronicity. On Monday, I was thinking about Davey, our previous gardener slash handyman, a young kid who's been helping us on occasion over the past 2 years, who now has a full-time position and therefore no longer available to us. His mate has taken over, who came to help us once, but hasn't been back since. And I was thinking how he doesn't seem anywhere near as reliable as the first. Davey rang me not 1 minute after I had this thought. I don't think he meant to, since my phone only rang once. Perhaps he bumped my number or was deleting it, because he didn't leave any message. The timing was incredible, though. I understand how energy and vibrations work, but I was totally surprised by the instantaneousness. Is that even a word? The instantaneousness of this synchronicity. My third synchronicity is this. I'm reading the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, not realizing beforehand that it's a book about manifestation. Duh. On Tuesday, when I was up to the part about finding your mastermind group, I paused for a moment, wondering who my group was, only to receive a text message to call a friend of mine. Yes, at that exact moment, 7:27 a.m. So I called Lisa, and she suggested we get together to discuss working with one another and trading skills. She needs my help with her business, and I've been wanting her to teach me something that she specialises in. Maybe Lisa's part of my mastermind group. Then on Wednesday, during my only trip out of the house for days, I asked the universe for guidance, specifically what I needed to know today, and was shown the following plates: Shetty, Go Sexy, and Oh Boy. Or is it Old Boy? Since I completed my life coaching training through the Jay Shetty Certification School, perhaps the universe is reminding me of the people I've lost touch with, who may very well be my mastermind group as well. Then I received an email from the school on this same day, inviting ex-students to create and host their own event for the Jay Shetty Certified Coaching Community. It said, June is a great time to step out of your comfort zone, share your skills, creativity, and wisdom, and offer something only you can bring. Well, this is the first time I've been invited to do this, but I don't actually feel like I need to either. I just feel like this is a message from the universe, a confirmation to continue on with my YouTube channel and, as they say, stepping out of my comfort zone, sharing my skills, creativity, and wisdom. In fact, I chatted with a mate on Saturday Arvo who encouraged me to do the very same, specifically sharing how flat and lost I've been feeling this week and last, and what I do to help bring myself out of it. The name Shetty means nobility, noble. So perhaps the universe wants me to know that this is an unselfish and morally good thing. Then on Thursday night, I initiated intimacy with my partner, which turned out to be absolutely amazingly delicious and just what I needed. Thank goodness he was also in the mood. Otherwise, I would have had to take matters into my own hands. If you get my drift. Talk about go sexy and oh boy. Or is it go sexy with the old boy? Either way, I told him yesterday morning how I'm still getting over how incredibly fantastic it was. What I love more than anything is the deeper connection I feel with him now, which I've been longing for some time. Then later that night, I stumbled on a YouTube clip explaining the aftershock of the flower moon, which happened on Monday, the 12th of May. It said it was an ancient lunar event tied to deep spiritual and emotional blooming, which seems to explain everything to me. Supposedly, and I quote, since the flower moon passed, we've entered a period of energetic recalibration, subtle, invisible unraveling of what no longer belongs in your life. The chaos, the confusion, the brain fog, even the weird flashes of motivation followed by nothingness is not random. It's a sign that your system is trying to update, piece itself back together after being blasted open by lunar intensity. From the spiritual symptoms showing up in your nervous system to the strange behavior shifts in people around you, why you're suddenly craving silence, why your focus is shattered, why certain relationships feel off. What you're feeling right now isn't weakness, it says. It's transformation and may be the beginning of your most profound personal awakening yet. It goes on to say these aren't just mood swings, they're messengers. And astrologically, this flower moon arrived in a moment of cosmic pressure with planetary alignments, intensifying emotional energy. Right now, you're standing in two timelines at once. One foot planted in the old, your patterns, your comfort zone, your past self, and the other foot reaching into the future, the next version of you that the moon's energy just awakened. Your system is responding to the flood of energetic data that was released during the full moon, and now it's trying to make sense of it all. Your body is trying to match the new frequency. Your nervous system is restoring and resetting. So allow yourself this time out to rest and heal, it says. Makes sense. Back to my synchronicities. Yesterday, I searched for my hairdresser's text messages to see how long it's been since having my haircut last. Well, it's been 2 months, so no wonder my hair is so unruly. This morning, she messaged me out of the blue. Nothing to do with haircuts. This is so bizarre and cool. And then, heading out again today, I collected our mail beforehand. We've received a happy anniversary card from the real estate who we purchased our home through 3 years ago, with 2 complimentary coffee vouchers included. How nice. 5 minutes later, I snapped Mocha. Yep, that's definitely one of my go-tos. The universe seems to be seriously communicating with me of late, with manifestation occurring almost immediately. Are you noticing this as well? I've read that this is what's to be expected as the energies increase to 5th dimension. Perhaps my psychic abilities are being refined too. Becoming Bruton means brisk and vigorous, active, energetic. There's definitely a powerful shift going on. Can you feel it? Speaking of signs from the universe, my truck signs arrived today from a company called Get Signs. Too funny. The other morning, whilst trying to sleep, three large trucks parked out the front of our home, with engines running for an hour, the vibration of which being felt in our house. Trucks are constantly stopping at the front of our place, and that's in addition to all the trucks and machinery that have to do with our neighbours' two developments. I don't mind them sitting there, but please have some respect and consideration and turn your friggin' engines off. And please don't be yahooing and using a leaf blower to clean your truck whilst taking a break for an hour. I have been videoing my home this week too, though, and feeling very grateful right now. In fact, I'm not so sure I need to think and grow rich, since I already feel very rich indeed. This is another thing I do, work hard on being grateful. In addition to clearing my energy, listening to spiritually detoxing music, and spending time by myself. You see, we've manifested such a beautiful home here, both inside and out. My partner works very hard, which means I can spend my days doing what I love, renovating our house, supporting my family with domestic chores, and writing and videoing my insights to share with you. There was a time, though, when I was in a miserable marriage, working my butt off and being taken for granted. And then I was a single mum doing it tough on my own for 5 years. But now I've manifested myself here. How lucky am I to have found such a wonderful and amazing man? A man I hated for a long time and wanted to leave on many occasions, who stuck by me and put up with all my shit. The gorgeous man who regularly brings me breakfast in bed on Sunday mornings. I'm also really grateful for my fabulous son. You see, last Sunday was Mother's Day, the day before that flower moon. So during the previous week, I bought myself a gift and gave it to my son to give to me, plus a card to write a beautiful message in. This is something else I do these days, teach people how I'd like to be treated. But to my surprise, my 20-year-old son came home with a stunning bunch of flowers on Saturday afternoon. Something he's never done for me or anyone else, so he tells me. We spent the evening sticking with tradition and playing our favourite board game. Tying once again. Will I ever beat him at this game? The warmth in my heart was huge that night. Between the flowers he brought me and the time spent together, I felt so very loved and rich. So what are you thinking? This is the life you're manifesting, you know.